the city of lights, the city of love. But tonight, it became the city of war because Kendrick Lamar just burned IT down with his most savage performance yet. In a move that has the entire hip-hop world shaking, Kendrick stepped onto the Grand National Tour stage in Paris and unleashed a live version of Not Like Us so aggressive, so unhinged, even the Eiffel Tower started trembling. The crowd, 15,000 people screaming, stomping, losing their minds. Fans were crying. Mosh pits broke out. Cameras couldn't even keep up with the chaos. And that wasn't all. He added new bars. Bars that directly called out the haters, and maybe even Drake himself in front of the entire French crowd. From leaked videos, to fan fights, to surprise celebrity cameos, this show wasn't just a concert. It was a declaration of war, and if you thought Kendrick was done after his Bet takeover, think again. This Paris performance might just go down as the greatest dislaced concert moment in rap history. Stay with us, because what happened next will blow your mind. It all started with a chessboard. When Kendrick Lamar launched the Grand National Tour, fans knew it was bigger than music. This wasn't just a global trek, it was a statement, a movement, a lyrical battleground. Every city had its moment. From Atlanta to Johannesburg, Kendrick tailored his sets like a warrior tailors armor, specific, cutting, unforgettable. But Paris, that was always circled in red. WHY Paris, MATTR. Isn't just a major stop, it's a global, cultural powerhouse. It's where legends prove themselves. Jay-Z filmed on to the next one there. The and Virgil made fashion gospel there. And for Kendrick, it's the city where he turns the page. After years of lyrical wars, subliminal shots, and industry silence-breaking records, Kendrick wanted to make one international moment that couldn't be ignored, and it came down to one thing. If I performed Not Like Us in Paris, the world gone watch, and oh, they did the build-up. GNX heat and tension RISING. By the time Kendrick's GNX album dropped, the entire rap industry was on fire. Fans were decoding lyrics, rappers were subtweeting, labels were calling. Emergency meetings, and in the middle of the chaos, Kendrick was quiet. Too quiet. Then came the Grand National Tour. Tickets sold out in minutes. Cities were sold out within hours. Paris, gone in 57 seconds. No joke, the posters for the Paris show were black and red. No tour dates, no venue, just the words, "We're not alike." Hashtag Gian Teppers fans knew immediately, Not Like Us was coming. But what no one knew was how far he'd take it. Drizzy drama lingered in the AIR Let's Keep It Real. Drake and Kendrick's feud was still on everyone's minds. Even though weeks had passed since their lyrical war rocked the charts, no one felt closure. Drake had gone silent. No new response, no Instagram antics, but Kendrick. He was moving strategically like he was building towards something. So when rumors leaked that TRK had rehearsed a remixed version of Not Like Us specifically for Paris, with French-specific disses and a possible Drake name drop, the internet lost it. Teasers that drove fans need 2 nights before the show. A blurry video surfaced of Kendrick at soundcheck. No vocals, just bass, but the beat, unmistakable. He's about to body Drake on a global stage, wrote one fan on Twitter. Then, Kendrick's team posted a single photo, a shadow of Kendrick holding a mic with the Eiffel Tower glowing behind him. Caption: "You'll remember this night forever." That was it. And now, the world was watching. Special guests, secret security, and a setup like nitrogen monoxide OTHR the venue, Accor Arena. But Kendrick didn't just perform there, he took over the entire building. Security was tripled. Drones were banned. A-list celebrities arrived with secret entrances. There were whispers that Jay-Z, Tyler, the Creator, and even Rihanna were in the crowd. And backstage, Insiders say Kendrick had 2 backup generators for cinematographers and a director from A24, capturing footage for a possible tour documentary. He was not playing. The stage was set. The tension was thick. And every fan in that arena, from the nosebleeds to front row, knew they were about to witness something historic. Countdown to CAR, Age of Lights dimmed. The crowd chanted, "Kendrick, Kendrick." The giant LED screen glowed red, then black, then red again. Then, boom. A spotlight, smoke, and Kendrick walking out in all black, mic in hand, with one thing on his lips. "Y'all ready for me?" To tell the truth, that's when the real show began. The second Kendrick stepped forward, Paris erupted. Fans didn't scream, they roared. Security guards flinched, and even the lights seemed to shake as the first note of the "Not Like" U.S. instrumental started creeping through the speakers like a ticking time bomb. Kendrick just stood there, frozen, mic in hand, letting the beat breathe. No intro, no DJ hype, just pure tension. Then, without warning, he ran to the edge of the stage and shouted, "This one ain't for radio. This for the ones that know." Boom. The beat dropped, and Kendrick went feral. Live version of Not Like Us, the remix, they weren't. Ready for This wasn't just the same Not Like Us we'd heard before. Nah, Kendrick had reworked it specifically for this night. New lyrics, new delivery, new venom. He dropped the original opening verse, replacing it with bars that were clearly aimed across the ocean. "Y'all boys praise London like Compton ain't golden. Forget your roots for a boost in a moment," the crowd lost. At the moment he spit, "Forget your roots," fans screamed "OHHHH" in every language you could imagine. It was clear he was calling Drake out for favoring UK drill, grime, and UK artists over American hip-hop traditions. And just when you thought he was done, he paused, looked straight into the camera, and said, "This one for Paris, but this ain't no love song." First big twist, 613, who? Line sparks SHO Sakathan. Came the line that cracked the internet in half. "I ain't scared of no light-skinned Marvin." Soft with the 6 per token numbers from the 613, we only see L's in that mix. What? Fans went crazy because Marvin equals Marvin's Room Drake reference, light-skinned equals repeated jab at Drake's public image, 6 equals Toronto. 613 equals Ottawa area code, Drake's family roots. That line wasn't just clever, it was scathing. And Paris responded like someone had set off fireworks indoors. The camera feeds caught fans with their hands on their heads, mouths wide open, some even in literal tears. Backstage chaos, Kendrick's camp told him to cut the Soanji hears. Where it gets even crazier, sources backstage leaked that Kendrick's own team tried to stop the second verse. They told him before the show, "Do not perform the extended diss version. It's too risky. The brand deals, the politics, the headlines, it could ruin the whole tour," said one insider. Cliffhanger moment, Kendrick leaves the stage after one song. After the explosive Not Like Us remix, Kendrick did something nitrogen monoxide one expected. He dropped the mic and left the stage. Yes, for real. No alright, no humble, no DNA, just silence. Security came out. House lights stayed off. Fans stood frozen. Then, after a full 3 minutes of dead air, the screens lit up with white letters. Chapter 1. Not Like You, Us, Paris. That's it. No explanation. No continuation. Just that and the crowd. They lost their minds. The moment Kendrick Lamar walked off that Paris stage, it didn't just end a concert, it ignited a worldwide frenzy. Fans didn't just post reactions, they organized debates. Twitter Spaces, Instagram Lives, entire group chats, and everywhere you turned. One question kept echoing louder than the beat drop. What the hell did we just witness? Social media explodes. Hashtag Kendrick in Paris takes over MIR within minutes. The hashtag Kendrick in Paris started trending in 16 countries in the US. It was number 3, trending under Bet Hip Hop Awards and Drake subs. In France, it was #1. Canada. Hashtag Drake's silence started trending too, but not in a good way. One tweet read, "Kendrick just made an entire country mosh to a diss track. Drake better drop a documentary or retire." Another post from a French fan went viral. This wasn't a show. This was a message, a warning, a funeral. Headlines across the WORL de major outlets couldn't ignore what happened. By the next morning, nearly every big music and pop culture site had front-page stories. Rolling Stone, Kendrick Lamar turns Paris into rap's ultimate battleground. Complex, Not Like Us gets even uglier. Kendrick's Paris verse was brutal pitchfork. A new chapter begins. Kendrick versus Drake isn't over Billboard. Paris crowd erupts as Kendrick drops Diss 2.0. Live, even BBC News ran a piece titled, "Kendrick Lamar reignites rap feud in Paris." Showstopper and the silence from Drake is deafening. Celebrities weigh in. Sides are being CHOS'd. Then came the industry reactions. And let's just say, some people couldn't stay quiet. Tyler, the creator, tweeted, "Saw it live. Couldn't breathe. He cooked." Doja Cat posted a cryptic message on her story. Paris was prophecy. And y'all ain't ready for what comes next. Charlemagne thaw God on The Breakfast Club. This right here. This is not a rap beef anymore. This is a global takeover. Kendrick just used Paris like it was Madison Square Garden in 1997. Even Burna Boy commented on a fan video. This is war. Respect. Fan video reveals unreleased lyrics. A new angle from a fan's Instagram story caught Kendrick muttering something at the very end of his performance as he walked off stage. He didn't say it into the mic, but it was caught just barely. Chapter 2. Berlin. Wait. What? Berlin. A new city teased. Is Chapter 2 coming? That one line caused instant chaos in the hip-hop fan. Within an hour, Kendrick Berlin started trending. On Twitter, German blogs began predicting venues. Fans began theorizing that the Grand National Tour is actually a worldwide diss arc, with different verses planned for each major city. Some even suggested each chapter is a stage of Kendrick's war. Chapter 1 was personal. Chapter 2, that's gonna be cultural. And then, the shocking leak. Kendrick's team registered GNT Chapter 2. Berlin, a German domain registrar site, leaked that Kendrick's label had secured the website GNTberlin.com 24 hours before the Paris concert even happened. That confirmed one thing. This wasn't spontaneous. This was calculated, strategic, cinematic. He didn't just perform Not Like Us, he weaponized it. And then, on Kendrick's official website, a mysterious update appeared. A world map, no labels, no menu. Just glowing dots on Paris. Lit up in red Berlin, flickering yellow Toronto, blinking faintly, and one sentence at the bottom. Some cities tell the truth. Others bury it. Now fans are going wild with predictions. Will he go to Toronto next? Is Drake going to respond with his OWN international show? Is Kendrick building toward a final confrontation on US soil? But wait, the final bar, nobody heard? Until now, a studio-quality clip surfaced later that evening from Kendrick's private sound engineer. It includes a bonus verse that Kendrick recorded but didn't perform live, meant for Paris, but pulled last minute. Here's the ending. Bar, y'all made memes. I made movements. You bought chains. I broke blueprints. Now I'm overseas. Painting names on ruins, Paris heard it first. Berlin's next. I'm fluent. That's not just poetry. That's a promise. The morning after the Paris show, the internet was no longer just reacting. It was divided, like a civil war across hip-hop culture. Lines were drawn and sides were chosen, all under two hashtags. Hashtag Kendrick in Paris, hashtag Drake Defenders, and let me tell you, it wasn't pretty. Fan chaos. Kendrick stans versus Drake, low YLISTU. Had Kendrick's army celebrating like it was rap New Year's Eve, tweeting things like, "This was more than a diss. This was a cultural reset." Kendrick ain't just winning, he's rewriting the rules. At Section 80 SCN, Drake better drop a gospel album at this point, cause he ain't surviving. Chapter 2. At Lamar Loyalty. But on the flip side, Drake fans were in defense mode. Cool concert. But let's not act like Paris streams count. More than Billboard. At Champagne Gang, Drake took over the UK respectfully. Kendrick, just salty, he ain't global like that. At October Forever, wasn't just banter. It was war, in the quote tweets. People were posting side-by-side stats, sales receipts, chart rankings. Someone even started a Google Doc called Kendrick vs. Drake. The International Scoreboard stream count, concert ticket sellouts, lyric breakdowns, track chronology. Who still has more cultural power? It has over 87,000 live viewers at the time of this script. Rappers jump into the FIR and then the industry heads started picking up the mic. Rick Ross dropped a story with just this caption: "Respect to the artist that ain't scared to go across the water and still speak truth." Meek Mill posted a now-deleted tweet. "Brew got these Europeans shaking to a Compton anthem lol." Real impact? J. Cole. He stayed silent, but fans noticed he unfollowed both Kendrick and Drake the next day. What that means? Nobody knows. But it added more gasoline to an already uncontrollable blaze. Charlemagne snaps. "This ain't rap beef. This is literary history." On The Breakfast Club, Charlemagne the God went OFF for 6 minutes straight. "We've seen beef before. Nas and Jay, 50 and Ja. But Kendrick's playing chess on a global scale. That Paris move was a bold stroke. Drake ain't ready for this kind of storytelling. This ain't diss tracks. This is a campaign. A global campaign of reputation, assassination, and Kendrick's leading it like Malcolm in a hoodie. People were shook. Clips of his rant are still circling everywhere. Brands and labels react. With CIUTON, now here's where things got real tense. Sources close to Nike. Apple Music and Spotify say brand executives had internal talks about whether Kendrick's Paris performance crossed any red lines. Some sponsors loved it, said it was brilliant marketing. Others were nervous it could blow up bigger than expected. One insider told Hip Hop Forecast. Apple Music, however, leaned into the moment and pushed Kendrick's Paris setlist into their editorial playlists across Germany, France, and the UK, and Spotify. They featured Not Like Us, live Paris remix fan-uploaded bootleg in the global viral 50. Wild. Young artists get Ion VLVD, then came the newer generation, Ice. Spice liked a fan post saying, "Kendrick doing poetry in enemy territory." "That's GOAT behavior," Central C tweeted. London next. With a smirk emoji, Lola Brooke commented, "Paris ain't been that loud since Napoleon." Even UK rappers like Skepta and Stormzy shared clips of the performance with emojis, possibly hinting they were Team Kendrick. Despite Drake's support for the UK scene, this shift in loyalty. Major AI voice leak. Drake responds. Sort. Oh fan then. Another shock. A fan posted a 15-second AI-generated voice clip of Drake mocking Kendrick's Paris crowd, calling it a room full of bookworms pretending they gangster for clout. even though it was clearly AI generated. The voice was accurate enough to cause panic. Drake's team was forced to clarify the clip wasn't real, but by then, the damage was done. People believed it, and that's what matters now, said one music strategist. Cliffhanger ending? The next city isn't Berlin. It's something WORSC just when fans were preparing for Chapter 2 in Berlin. Kendrick's team quietly updated the official GNT website now. The Berlin dot is gone, replaced by a glowing red dot over Toronto. The words, Chapter 2, the North. Returns home, the crowd doesn't know if it's real. Drake hasn't said a word. But one thing's for sure, if Kendrick performs Not Like Us in Toronto next, the internet might collapse. The entire rap world froze, not because of a diss track, not because of a tweet, but because Kendrick Lamar just declared war on Canadian soil. Toronto, Drake's city, Drake's home. Drake's last line of defense, and Kendrick's coming straight for it. The website update that shocked EVRYO, Niwin. The red dot appeared on Kendrick's Grand National Tour site over Toronto with the title, Chapter 2, The North Returns Home. Fans didn't believe it. They thought it was a prank, a hacked site, AI drama, anything. But within an hour, Live Nation Canada posted a teaser tweet, K. in the 6. We confirmed the rumors are true. A limited access show is coming. Details drop in 72 hours. #GNT Toronto, that tweet got 20 million views in 3 hours, and it hit everyone the same way. Kendrick ain't running. He's marching into enemy territory. Insiders say something different, is Sayo Mayanje, an anonymous source from Top Dog Entertainment, told Rapanek blog. The Paris show was personal, but Toronto, it's a message. Kendrick's planning something that's never been done before, and it won't be just music. Fans started speculating wild theories. A live diss battle from a rooftop across the street from Drake's Mansion A DACA-style performance, where Kendrick breaks down the feud line by Lanier's spoken word monologue, revealing secret industry texts. Some even say Kendrick is trying to debut a film titled Not Like Us, the series on the Toronto stage, blending music, visuals, and unreleased diss tracks. The rumored guest that broke the INT Aaron then. The bomb dropped. A screenshot leaked from the stage crew's rehearsal list at a secret Toronto venue. The guest performer, J. Cole. What? The one-man fans accused of staying neutral. The one who bowed out from the feud months ago. The one who had the most to lose, now possibly aligning with Kendrick. On Drake's turf. If Cole shows up with Kendrick in Toronto, this ain't just beef, this is a burial. One fan tweeted. Drake's movement STLLs. Meanwhile, Drake has still not responded. No live, no post, no music. Just silence.